Hello students, today in the present lecture, we are going to discuss that what is the meaning of the organs of government, what are the principals organs of a government, and whether apart from the principal organs of a government, there may be any other organs which can be made for a government. So let us discuss the meaning of the organs of a government, which can be made clear from this definition. It provides that those essential parts of the government, those essential parts of the government which are very important for the government for its governance and to carry out various functions of the government are called organs of the government. That means to say, when the government of a state is formed, then to carry out many functions of the government has to divide itself into many organs. And those essential parts of the government which are very important for the government for its governance and to carry out various functions of the government are called organs of the government. The organs of the government are divided on the basis of their functions which they are going to perform in their governance of the country. And what are those functions? Who will make the laws? Who will implement the laws? And who will interpret the laws? So traditionally, there are following three principal organs of a government. That means they are legislature, executive, and judiciary. Now, let us study what is the function which the legislature, executive, and judiciary are going to perform. The function of the legislature is to make the laws. When there is necessity to make a new particular law, then this function will be performed by the legislature. And if any existing law needs some changes, needs some amendments, then this function will also be performed by the legislature by giving the amending act. And if the existing law is no more suitable to the society, then the legislature can repeal the existing law. So I want to repeat, what is the function of legislature? The function of the legislature is to make the laws, amend them, or to repeal them. And what is the function of the executive? Executive will implement the laws which are made by the legislature within the limitations of the constitution. So the function of the executive is to implement, execute, or administer the laws which are made by the legislature. And finally, judiciary will come into play. The function of the judiciary is to interpret the laws, is to enforce the laws which are made by the legislature and implemented by the executive. And therefore, the judiciary administer the justice in the country. So all these organs are very important. If there is absence of any one single organ of the government, then in that time it will be said that the functioning of the state will be adversely affected. Now, the next question which is arisen in most of you, that whether there will be only three principal organs which will be enacted, or there may be any other organs that can be formed. What is the question? Whether apart from these three principal organs, there may be any other organ of the government, then the answer of this question is yes. Yes, apart from these three principal organs, that means legislature, executive, and judiciary, the constitution of any state may also provide for the creation of other organs of the government, which the framers of the constitution thinks fit to include in the constitution. For what purpose? For performing any important function of the government. Let us take an example of Article 280 of the Indian Constitution, which provides for the setting up of a Finance Commission of India. And what is the function which the Finance Commission of India is performing? It settles the distribution of revenue between the center and state as a whole. When taxes are collected by the center and states, how there will be distribution of that revenue between the center and states? Finance Commission will perform this important function for the settlement of distribution of revenue between the center and states as a whole and between states inter se. So this is something about the second question. Now come to the third question. Now you may have one question that there are three or there may be more than three organs of the government. But which organ of the government is superior among all these organs? Somebody will say legislature is superior. Somebody will say that executive will be superior, and somebody says that no, judiciary will be superior among all these organs of the government. Then the answer of this question is that as all the organs of the government are independent in their own area of functions, so none of the organ of the government is superior among these organs. All the organs are equal to each other. Then you will say, no, there must be some superiority of any particular organ. Then who is superior in India? In India, neither the legislature nor the executive and not the judiciary is superior. In India, the Constitution of India is supreme from all its organs. That means it is superior from judiciary, executive, legislature, and the finance commission. And all these organs must perform their functions, must perform their duties within the limitations of the Constitution of India. There is one also very important question that if any law which is made by the legislature, it may be the legislature of the Union Parliament or the state legislature, if any law is beyond their respective jurisdiction as defined in the Constitution of India, then whether that law is valid or invalid. The answer to this question is that if any law which is made by the legislature is beyond their respective jurisdiction, that law is not valid in India. But unless and until declaration has not been taken from the court of law, it will remains to be valid. That law can be declared as unconstitutional by the judiciary when the judiciary exercises its power of judicial review under Article 226 or Article 32 of the Constitution of India. And what is stated in Article 226 and Article 32, we will discuss about these two articles in the future lectures. And the last question of this video is that why the Constitution is considered to be supreme in India and why the Constitution of India is considered to be above than legislature, executive, and judiciary. The answer of this question is very simple. Because all the organs of the government in India, whether it may be the legislature, whether it may be the executive, or whether it may be the judiciary, these all organs are created by the Constitution of India. All these organs owe their origin from the constitution, and they also derive their authority from the provisions of constitution, and they are bound to discharge their duties within the limitations as prescribed under the provisions of the constitution. So if these organs do any work which is beyond their jurisdiction, if the organ perform any function which is not within their jurisdiction, and the jurisdiction of various organs is defined by the Constitution of India, then that work, that function can be challenged before the court of law under the power of the court under judicial review. So this is something about the organs of the government. In the next lecture, we will discuss how to make the classification of the constitutions. If you want to study that what will be the various classifications of the constitution, you should in touch with us, and for this you have to subscribe my channel and share it more and more. Thank you very much.